Strategies for social studies. Now, what are the tricks if you actually want to get a 1 in social studies? It's very simple. So, join me as we all go through the rubrics or the ways by which we can have our 1 in our social studies. First, I'm going to start with how we should approach some introductory words. If you meet a question like state, how should you answer them? Outline, highlight, how will you answer them? So we are starting with that now. First one, I have outline. 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 Outline or highlight. Highlight. Or account. Good. We are first looking at outline or highlight or account. You actually have the same rubrics. Yes. Now when you take outline, highlight, or account, if a question introduces itself with outline, how do you answer such a question? How do you approach such a question? Very simple. Now what are you supposed to do? We define the topic. So first, any question that demands an outline, we define, that is one. We define the main topic. We give answers that are relevant to the question asked. You explain them and give examples if necessary. So define, give answers to the points relevant to that point, explain briefly, and give examples if necessary. Now let's assume this. You have a question like outline for benefit of law and order. Outline for benefit of law and order. So what is the main topic in this question? Law and order. So write something small about law and order before you go to the answers. Yes. So you want to put them together, law and order. Law and order is the situation whereby the people obey the rules that are set by authority, legislation, and custom of a given community. Some benefits of law and order in our community include, and start giving answers. And mind you, when you want to give answers in social studies, avoid the use of 1, 2, 3, 4, but actually adapt the use of A, B, C, I, A, B, C, and I, N, I. So with a question like this, 1, law and order promote peace. The existence of law and order ensures that there is peaceful and harmonious living in a community. Law and order sets out guidelines and ways by which people should live, interact, and also behave accordingly in the society. With the help of the security agencies, peace is maintained and order is prevailed. And this is one benefit that is concerned with law and order in our community. You are good to go. So it is 12 marks. You have your 3 for each. So 4.3, 4, 12. So 3 for each. You are good to go. You're able to define, give you something, you're able to explain 1, example 1, and you are good to go. That is it. Now 2, let's take explain or describe. Explain or describe. So 2. Explain or describe. Question that also introduces itself with explain or describe. Here too, we try to give definitions to the main topic. So that's what I teach my students. That's the rubrics. Try introducing the main topic. Yes, so you give the examiner a fair idea of whatever you want to say. So you define, then what else? You try to open up with certain words, such as firstly, also, again, moreover, finally, in addition to, last but not least. These are the words you are encouraged to use. And also, if the question demands a diagram, add a diagram, you have your marks, you are good to go. So the question like, explain 6 roles of a citizen. Explain 6 roles of a citizen. So the key word there is roles of a citizen. Roles of a citizen are the duties that are outlined to every member who has been legally accepted in the country. Some roles of a citizen of a country include here I say you take them as S's. So the words I said. Firstly, to begin with, to commence with, payment of dues. It is the responsibility of every citizen who has been legally accepted by the constitution of the country to pay taxes regularly to help the government undertake developmental projects in the country. Taxes collected are used in the production of in the provision of hospitals, establishment of schools, construction of roads, and the like. And this helps to promote development in the country. Simple, you kill it, they are good to go. Alright. Now the next one is suggest or give. Suggest or give. Suggest or give. A question that also introduces itself is suggest or give. One, you define the topic. So it means that with all the rules, majority of them define the topic. So define the topic given in the question. You now give us a detailed point of view. Here you are suggesting something. You are not ordering. So what you are supposed to do is you try using words such as should, not must. When you use must, meaning is a tool, it should actually be used. But here you are suggesting, not that you are actually telling us that we should use this. You are suggesting your opinion. What do you think about the problem? So here, words such as should be used or must be used. Should. So define the main topic. You now give us a proper view or recommendation. Words such as should be used. Words such as should be used. Let's look at this question. Suggest or give 4 solutions to curb rural-urban migration in Ghana. Suggest 4 solutions to curb rural-urban migration in Ghana. Here, if the marks is 4 marks, this is the rubrics. Just write them in simple sentences. Just write them in simple sentences. Don't just write the points. So, the question says solution to curb rural-urban migration in Ghana. Then you want to give the answer. You just write A. What solution should you actually give to this question? Causes of rural-urban migration in Ghana. You see provision of employment to eradicate rural-urban migration. Provision of employment. When you write that, you actually listed, but you take them in a very simple sentence. So first, define the topic. Rural-urban migration is the movement of people from villages to the cities in order to earn a living. Some solutions that can help curb rural-urban migration in Ghana include A. The government and other NGOs must help provide employment to people in the villages in order to reduce the problem of rural-urban migration. So nice. B. NGOs and other bodies should promote girl-child education in order to reduce the habit of moving to the city to earn a job. B. NGOs and other bodies should promote girl-child education in order to reduce the habit of moving to the city to earn a job in order to earn a living. You see? So this is how you should do. Okay. Please, if you have any question, drop them in the comment section box. The hand will address them for you. The next one, we are talking of list or name. List or name. List or name. Lists or name. My question that introduces itself with list or name. Here is very simple. You write the major points linking to the question given. What else? Yes, just that. So you write the points linking to the question given. Just the point. Just the point. So here, identify also take the same place. Identify. So identify. Identify. You see? Yes, identify. Identify. Okay. So, sorry. With the list or name, let's take a question. Like list 4 irresponsible adolescent behavior in the society. So here, irresponsible adolescent behavior are the behaviors that do not conform to the rules and regulations of the society. Some irresponsible adolescent behavior include A. Teenage pregnancy, B. School dropout, C. Truancy, D. Sexual promiscuity. So here, it's just a mere giving out of points, major point. Now good to go. The next one talks of states or mention. States or mention. States or mention. So here, you answer the questions in a simple sentence. In a very simple sentence with a simple explanation. Yes. You give examples if any. Now, always consider the marks also. Yes. Consider the marks to the question. If the marks is more than 4 or 6 marks, you need to explain them. Get that? That's social studies for you. If the marks provided is more than 4 or 6, you need to explain them. But if it is less than 6, if it is 2 or 4, just give out the points. You are good to go. So let's take a question. State for or question. State for importance of the constitution. State for importance of the constitution. You want to state for importance of the constitution. The mark there is 4 marks. Here, give them in simple sentence. State is different from list. That's what students don't actually know. State is actually different from list. With the state, you write the point in simple sentence. Or the list, name or identify, you just write the major points that are needed. The major point that are needed. Yes. So state for advantages of the constitution. So the constitution is a set of laws used to govern a country. Some importance of constitution include A. And please avoid the use of it. Avoid the use of it. A constitution protects the fundamental human rights of a citizen or of people in the country. B. A constitution spells out the powers and functions of various agencies of government. C. A constitution states the aims and goals of a country. D. A constitution helps in the maintenance of law and order through the existence of security agencies such as the police and the like. You are good to go. Now let's take define. If the question comes with define, how should you go about a question with define? Here there's a clue. It is 2 marks for the define. Just give out the key or technical answers to that question. If it is 4, you add something. So define. Give a standard definition using what? The appropriate technical words. Appropriate technical words. If the mark is 2, but if the mark is more than 2, you give example. So define this. Define. Let's see. Define. What question should we take? Define productivity. 2 marks. 2 marks. Productivity simply means the output per marks are 2 marks given to you. But assuming the marks is 4 marks, you should tell us productivity simply means output per marks are. It is also the measure of goods and services produced or rendered by a worker within a given period of time. You don't end there, you create an instance. For instance, a person who is able to produce about 1,000 pieces of about 1,000 pack of fruit juice in an hour is ensuring to higher or is contributing to higher productivity than a worker who is able to produce only 20 packs of fruit juice in 5 hours. You see, that's the clue. I believe you are enjoying the video, and I believe you are actually learning something. This is going straight to my BC candidates. Don't lose guard. So Henry is also there. He's actually praying for all the candidates. Yes, I actually believe in prayers. Yes, so I'm also praying on for you. Praying to my God that He will help this year's students to pass and go to the SHS they actually deserve. So let's continue. The next one talks about what. What. Consider the marks, you define and give examples and types, if any. So if the question comes with what, you consider the marks, you define, you give examples and types, if any. Yes. And you do this when the marks is 4, 6, or 8. Let's take the question. What is culture? What is culture? Culture is a way of life for a group of people. Culture does not only talk about the way of life of a group of people, but also their history, their beliefs, customs, and even language. Culture is in 2 forms, namely material and non-material aspects of culture. The material culture deals with the food they eat, the tools they use, their houses, and their houses, the food, yes, and the like. Non-material aspects of culture include the language they speak, their dance, their festivals, and their beliefs. Culture is needed in every society to facilitate progress and also ensure that traditions and customs are preserved and maintained to meet future generations. You've measured everything. That is all. We give you the 4 marks, we give you the 6, the 8 marks without not deducting anything. You are good to go. So Henry's class, learning brought to your doorsteps. And let's look at enumerate. With enumerate, you consider the mark. It is only 1 mark. You just list the point. But explain or give examples if it carries 2 marks or more. Let's take this question. Enumerate 2 causes of the 1948 riot. Enumerate 2 causes of the 1948 riot. 2 marks, 2 marks. So, a riot is any disturbance that harms or that affects the peace and stability of a country. Some causes of the 1928 February 1948 riot include I. The shooting and killing of the 3 ex-servicemen at the Christianburg Crossroad in Accra. 2. The cutting down of cocoa trees that were affected by the swollen shoe disease also facilitated or also led to the 1948 riot. Good to go. You see, good to go. And you've even given them in simple sentence. Even if it's 2 marks, you can use this. 2 for each. And use this. You're good to go. Now let's take discuss or elaborate. Discuss or elaborate. Now, a question with discuss or elaborate. You explain and bring out all the details with the appropriate example, fact, outcome, results, and proof. You can even give quotes or philosophies if only you know them. Yes. When we discuss or elaborate. Here we discuss, you tell us more about that thing. Throw more light on it. That's a discuss. So if you have a question like discuss, discuss, let's see, let me think of a question. A likely one, of course. Discuss any 4 benefits we derive from the physical environment. Discuss any 4 benefits we derive from the physical environment. You want to discuss this point. Okay. Here you can also choose to use essay type. So to begin with, to start with, you can also use the state and explain method. And then you are good to go. So the physical environment deals with the social surrounding. The physical environment deals with the physical surrounding around us. It includes trees, water bodies, and the like. Some benefits of the physical environment include. I want to use the essay type. To begin with, source of food. The physical environment also provides living things with food that help them to act normally and to carry out all life processes and activities. The physical environment is made up of the land, vegetation, that and oxygen that will help the environment produce food, or that will help the land produce food to be able to help the human resource of the country, thereby reducing hunger and thereby helping to contribute to a higher productivity in the country. Foods such as cassava, tomato, vegetables, fruits, and the like are provided to man and to mankind by the physical environment. And this is one benefit derived from the physical environment. And finally, let's take in what. Sometimes we do see questions that introduces themselves with in what. The question introduces with in what. How do you go about it? You define the topic, that is one. You give the points, you explain them in paragraph with examples, if any. Now this question. In what 4 ways has colonization affected Africans negatively? In what 4 ways has colonization affected Africans negatively? Define the meaning of the colonization. Means taking control of the administration of a smaller state by a powerful state. Ghana was once a colony, or Ghana was under colonization during British colonial rule. Some ways by which Africans, or by which colonization had affected the lives of Africans negatively include I'll say dependence on our colonial masters. So here starts on the paragraph. Dependence on our colonial masters. Colonization has created a problem of over-dependence and reliance on our colonial masters. Since independence, most countries in Africa have solely relied on their colonial masters in order to survive. They receive grants, aids, financial and technical assistance from their European states or from these European countries in order to have in order for the country to develop. This has so in order for the country to develop, to get developed, and then you continue by saying this is one negative way by which the lives of Africans have been affected through colonization. That is all. That is all. So when the question is demanding in what, and the mark there is 12 to 20, you can use something like this. Then you are good to go. That is all. So my learners, my candidates, don't fear. As I said, we are going to win. I am a social studies teacher, and I will pray for my students that they should pass and pass well. I also pray for you out there that God should help you. Any form of sickness, any form of fear, you should take it out. You are winning, you are passing, you are victorious, you are conqueror. So receive it. So learners, we come to the end of our rubrics and strategies to help us in our 2022 social studies exams. I would encourage you, don't stop them, solve past questions, any material, solve them, try solving more questions, and God will see us. Have a nice day.